do you want? You want to finish both?
Yeah, we could. I don't know why I thought ice cream, and now I'm gonna drink fucking whiskey.
We rolling.
We're on the air.
Episode 9, back in the old garage. You're eating Dairy Queen on the fucking...
I know.
We should have waited till you finished.
That's whatever. I'll just leave it. I don't even really want it. It's just there.
It's as bright as the surface of the sun in here now.
You know what, though? It's nice.
It's really nice.
I can actually see you, and I don't have to worry about the lights going off every 30
Yeah, that
minutes.
was a problem. The old lights...
It wasn't a problem.
The old lights were on a timer, so the maximum was like 30 minutes.
It's not like you lost power or anything. Like,
no.
The lights just cut out.
Imagine
we were using, the garage light? Like the garage door
and
light?
the actual old garage lights that were on a switch were on a timer.
Oh, I didn't know
a 30
that.
minute timer.
Oh, that's fucking annoying.
Because it was the dumbest idea ever. And it was like 6 feet from the door, so you'd have to go into the dark garage to fumble for the timer switch to turn it on. So thankfully I was able to rewire the whole fucker while we got going.
That's hilarious. That's alright. No, it looks fucking awesome in here. So you're doing purple walls, you said, yeah?
Yeah. Bright purple with a hot
purple.
pink ceiling when it's all said and done.
And you're getting some guy to graffiti Big Pimpin' on the sidewall, eh? Could you imagine? Just fucking
might as well.
That'd be hilarious.
It's just a garage. It's mostly filled with shit.
Yeah.
So, Big Pimpin' on Big Hose.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Which one was this?
4 Roses.
Okay.
Woo.
A little spicy.
Ric Flair, woo.
Yeah, dude. Okay. If anybody's listening and you work at particularly a Dairy Queen, just because that's where I just was, and one guy comes in and orders 3 items, being 3 blizzards, 2 blizzards, and a sundae, whatever it is, we'll say 3 ice creams.
I know what happened.
Put it on a fucking tray.
I was going to say, they didn't offer a tray, did they?
And then when I asked for a tray,
don't get mad.
put some fucking lids on it too. Fuck, I shouldn't have to tell you how to do your fucking job. How many hands do you think I got? I got to open the door, I got to get in the car. What do you think I'm doing? Eating these 3 ice creams on my way home?
Well,
maybe.
They could assume that.
Yes, but come on, don't make an ass out of me and you.
I do like how angry you get about it.
It's just annoying. It's every time though I go.
You gotta ask for a tray.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to Dairy Queen and ordering more than 1 fucking blizzard is the real question.
Well, it's because if I go, it's I'll ask everybody at the house, right? And then usually if you're going, somebody wants one.
Hey, I'm going. You want some?
Yeah, I'll take some.
I'll get some.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And you didn't want anything, then you sat in there eating all of Antonia's.
I was doing her a favor. She's diabetes.
She's diabetes. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, it's true. These are facts.
Hey, it is what it is. The 28th. Are you busy? We talked about it.
No, yeah, it's the Mike Tyson fight. I'm good.
So you're good? You want to watch it?
Absolutely.
It's a Saturday?
Yeah.
Sick.
100%.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
I actually just looked at the card. Have you looked at the card?
No.
Jake Paul's fighting an ex-NBA player. The cards?
Oh, that's why he's been training. I've been watching his Impulsive podcast.
Let me pull up the card.
Yeah, please.
Because I literally just looked at this the other day.
Okay.
And versus Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Card. And I was fucking shocked at the card. It was hilarious.
Now, they're all exhibition fights.
All exhibition fights.
And this is Logan Paul. Oh, Jake Paul or Logan?
Jake.
Oh, Jake.
His brother.
I was gonna say because Logan's already done
And he
2
looks
fights against
fucking...
KSI.
apparently, Jake is 1-0 with a knockout.
Against who?
I have no fucking idea.
I didn't know he fought.
So, this is the card. So, the main event's obviously Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. And they are fighting for a WC belt. WC's putting up a belt.
Oh, shit.
Which I was surprised. Frontline belt. It's only an 8-round fight, though.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not a...
And I did hear, too... I just listened to Roy Jones on Rogan's podcast. And
I've listened to Tyson, not...
He said that they're only doing 2-minute rounds. Which I hope they've changed since that happened. But
yeah, if you're going to do 2-minute rounds, do fucking, like, 10, 12 rounds.
I think it's pretty dumb that they're doing 2-minute rounds.
At
That's quick. That's quick in boxing.
Yeah.
But the thing is it does change the whole game plan.
Yeah.
Because now guys, like, you're not going to outpoint each other in 8 rounds. Like, someone's looking for a stoppage, I would think.
I love how they said it was going to be an exhibition fight, but nothing about it is exhibition.
No, they're fighting.
Yeah.
They're fighting. They're fucking each other up.
So, what is it? 8-ounce gloves or 10-ounce is the, like, proper non-exhibition weight for the gloves. I think it's 8. And so they're using 8s. There's no headgear.
Yeah. It's a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, Mike Tyson isn't getting in the ring and not going to try to take this guy's head off.
He's a fucking psychopath. Have you seen his face? It's tattooed.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
All right. So Jake Paul is fighting Nate Robinson, who is a NBA player. And I'm like, Nate Robinson. I'm like, why do I recognize him? He was a fucking short dude, and he won the dunk contest.
So he's not in the NBA anymore?
Not anymore, but he played in the NBA for 10 times.
I was going to say, the man's
played
in the NBA.
Mostly with Boston.
Okay.
And
I don't follow the NBA.
This is Jake Paul's, so I guess they put together their own, like, little blurbs. And Jake Paul is a social icon, music artist, undefeated boxer, and KSI's father.
Yo, that's just...
It's pretty funny.
Jab at KSI for his brother.
It's pretty funny.
Now... See, I do like
how he said undefeated boxer and he's 1-0.
1-0.
He's not wrong.
Had one fight.
He's not wrong.
Bro, you've only had one fight.
And this is Nate Robinson's first fight.
So I can't remember.
Nate Robinson's got to be in his fucking 30s.
Again,
I would think he's probably like 31 or 32 off the top of my head.
Not a young buck like Jake Paul.
Yeah, but he's certainly not old though.
Jake Paul's...
He's young.
Oh, no, he's not 21.
He's like probably 24.
His brother's like... Yeah, maybe 23. Because Logan's only 25 or something like that.
Is Jake the one that just got arrested for weapons charges? One of them just got arrested.
One of them did.
One of them just got weapons charges.
I don't think any of it stuck.
No, but it's still pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the whole beef situation is, but I thought I heard somewhere that the beef with KSI was more with Jake than it was with Logan, but Logan fought KSI.
Honestly, I know nothing about these guys even a little bit. I know their names.
I didn't even know who KSI was.
KSI I actually knew more than the Paul brothers.
Really?
Because he's British, right?
Yeah.
And I saw him on like a few like FIFA videos that guys would watch. Yeah, I think that's how he started. Yeah, so I actually somewhat recognized him. I don't really know fuck all about these guys other than they're YouTubers and they make a lot of money. Good for them.
Yeah. I've started watching Logan Paul's podcast, which is called Impulsive.
Oh, I get it.
And I kind of enjoy it. Yeah. I kind of like the guy more after seeing the podcast.
Because you probably get to know him more.
Then
like cut YouTube videos and like Vines.
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
I'm not one for the whole vlogging bullshit.
Yeah.
I want to actually like get to know somebody and like, but yeah, he has great guests on there too.
Other than the Paul brother, everyone else just scanning through the card is all people with fucking... Oh, sorry, we got another YouTuber.
Who?
Vidal Riley, British YouTuber, rapper, and internet personality, silver medalist at the 2013 European Junior Box. Okay, so he's a boxer as well.
So he's a boxer. He just started a YouTube channel.
Yeah, they're all boxers. There's a light heavyweight bout. Badu Jack versus Blake McEachran. McEachran's 13-0, ex-Army veteran. And the other guy, the Ripper, is 22-3-3. So these guys have all
They've fought.
They've fought.
Cool. I'm into it.
I'm very much into it as well.
I'm very excited. I just want to see Tyson fight because again, like we weren't old enough to see any of Tyson's fights.
My dad does talk
about it.
Yeah.
And I've watched a shit ton of videos on him fighting.
Yeah, and away it goes. You never see it again.
Yeah. I should have brought my chair closer. It's fine.
Bring it closer.
No. My thighs probably won't fucking fit if I bring it any closer, but I feel like I'm far.
You seem like you're the same distance as always.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I am.
You know what? You're high on that fucking Dairy Queen. That's what's wrong.
I think so. The Dairy Queen, and then as soon as I started drinking whiskey, I don't know, the mixture is doing something.
You got fucking also diet. You also got fucking
I think I have diabetes.
Definitely.
That's hilarious.
The Bachelorette's on
I'll call
tonight.
Rob this tomorrow. See if he's around on the 28th.
Oh, well. I'm going to... that's at the end of... That's a couple weeks. Next week I'm away.
Yeah, next week is Audrey's birthday after Wednesday. I think we're going to the cottage.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm away that weekend.
Are you back Sunday?
Maybe.
So
Might be Monday.
Monday for podcast. Cool.
Yeah,
no, that's fine.
We'll talk after.
Yeah,
and figure
it's
out
not
some
a big
shit.
deal. Yeah.
I did, not to fucking bemoan that was a fun podcast on the weekend though.
I did enjoy it. I am gonna apologize. The audio wasn't phenomenal. The girls did speak really quiet.
That's okay though.
But
we're doing what we can with the limited
I
technology.
also did like the fastest edit. Like I cut out a bunch of stuff at the beginning that didn't need to be in there.
Yeah.
And then I actually didn't cut anything really at the end. Added the music, did a couple things, and then just threw it out there because I wanted it out on Halloween.
Don't worry about it.
So
it's good.
Did you listen to this one?
I listened to 30 seconds of it. I haven't listened to it all the way.
That's okay.
I honestly just listened to the beginning because it had that funny music in it. I thought that was good.
Yeah, you like that? I changed it.
I really liked it.
I changed it.
And then I went to the end because I wanted to re-listen to Audrey's ASMR.
Oh,
because I thought.
Did you hear the music at the end? It was different.
I noticed it was.
Yeah, it was more like cartoonish, funny.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Not to drone on about Halloween shit. I finally finished that Loch Ness Monster article that we found right at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
So basically the guy went through with his sonar thing and he spotted two different things, 2 different days in 2 different locations, all in similar size and weight. Took it to the...
so how do they...
They took it to the sonar company.
Determine...
And they confirmed that it was an animate object, not an inanimate object. It was a moving thing.
Okay.
And it was 15 to 20 feet long.
Jeez.
In 2 different locations. Now, also reading through this article, the guy that found it thinks that something could have come in. He's not saying it's fucking the Loch Ness Monster, but he's saying it is interesting as fuck that all of a sudden these 2 things have popped up. But this is supposedly the latest and greatest technology. So, there's that.
Yeah, the picture that you showed me is fucking insane. Like, again, what were they? It went down 168 meters or something like that?
It was deep. It was like 600 something feet.
Yeah.
And it was almost 100 feet off the bottom.
Yeah, maybe that's what... I don't know. It was fucking...
Yeah.
It was fucking deep, that the technology...
Yeah. Obviously, the headline is going to be like, Loch Ness Monster found.
Oh,
but then when
obviously.
so I just wanted to reread it.
Nessie's supposed to be fucking ginormous, not...
Well, here's the
20
thing.
feet.
If it is only fucking 20 feet,
That's still
something
big
20
as
feet in
fuck.
the water is a fucking shark. And they're gigantic. Like a great white shark's 20 feet fucking long.
I don't
That's
know, it's a shark,
huge.
though.
No. I'm just saying for instance, for size.
Yeah.
And if you saw
No,
one of
no,
those,
yeah.
you'd be like, it was the biggest thing I've ever seen in my
I hear what
fucking
you're
life.
saying. Yep.
Especially if you weren't expecting something to be in the water.
Did you ever hear about they found like a new species of dolphin in the Amazon or something like that? And they were like in the river. And it was like none other dolphin species out there.
No.
It was like completely brand new. And they found it, like I heard about it years ago, but it's pretty fucking cool because like normally dolphins don't chill in the rivers. And these guys, that's like
I
where
think there's
they
pink
lived.
dolphins in the Amazon.
I
Of all
don't know.
things.
It
In
was
the
just
rivers.
crazy. Like it was just something that they've never seen within dolphins. And again, it could be something like that where maybe the fucking fish are evolving down there. It's big, it's deep apparently. So
Yeah, it's the loch.
there's
That was
got to be something down there that is the top of the food chain.
that was always the thing with the loch that like helped fuel the speculation is because like I think it's the biggest lake in all of Scotland to begin with, and it's also the deepest. It's like 700 to 800 feet deep.
Yeah, well,
pretty
again,
much throughout.
Back to that.
So
sonar
people are always like, oh, there could be something in such a big lake and it's so fucking deep it could hide anywhere. And I guess in theory they're right.
Yeah.
But
Again,
mean
there
that
could
it's
be a
anything.
cave system down there that nobody knows about.
Well, that was one of the things that I read in the article is that they think that it could have been a shoal, but when they went back to the area, the object had moved. So that would like this technology is opposed.
Somebody's dumping bodies.
I would think so. Several hundred at a time.
Yeah.
the old sonar apparently would just map the bottom, but
Okay.
this one does like a 3D print of the entire up and down space.
Fuck.
In addition to mapping the bottom, it also which I didn't realize that sonar was this almost, not for lack of a better word,
nothing about
stupid.
it,
I didn't know anything about it either. But it couldn't register what was between you and the bottom. So if you're on the surface, floating along the top, it's only reading the bottom. And
nothing
anything
in between,
which could be fucking blue whale, whatever, it's not picking that up.
That's pretty cool.
Whereas
though.
this now kind of gives a 3D picture of what is
everything.
of everything in addition to mapping the bottom, which is why they say that this is the latest and greatest technology, and that's why they think they've found something, again, whether it's a fucking eel or whatever, because there is eels in there, and eels do get big.
Again, like what I was saying on Saturday, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a fucking shark or a kraken. It could be something that like we totally aren't even thinking of that's fucking monstrous at the bottom, and it does fucking kill and eat pretty much everything.
So apparently there's salmon in there, and the guy ruled out salmon because it's way too big to be a salmon.
Yeah. Salmon? Or no, tuna.
Tuna get fucking
Tuna
big.
are... I never knew tuna were that big. I figured they were the size of
1,000 pounds they get up to.
salmon.
They're fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's freaky.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Did I tell you about going deep sea fishing in Mexico in January?
You might have, but I can't remember.
I'll tell it just because we're on a podcast.
Sure.
So we went deep sea fishing. My dad caught a marlin.
Yeah.
He caught a small striped marlin. Small. The thing's fucking almost 200 pounds. And it was surreal because when it hit, it looked like a fucking sea monster. Like that was what it pictured to me because it was so big.
Yeah.
And all you see is this like cylindrical, smooth thing like moving through the water. You don't even see fins. And you'd be like, oh, fuck. Like there's a sea monster.
Yeah, that's a fucking...
And scared the shit out of me. That was a really cool trip. I was puking on the fucking boat. I was hungover as fuck. Last 3 boats I've been on, I puked.
Really?
Yeah.
That's one... Well, it's hard for me to say. I went deep sea fishing back in like grade 6 when we went to Mexico for Nick's first wedding. I never got sick. I've been on sailboats, never got sick. But again, like, to be honest, I'm never really on a boat that frequent. So to like, or hungover because I haven't been on a boat for a long period of time in my older years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that must fucking suck.
So we started off. We were up like there on the boat at like 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
It was a
you're
great
out
trip.
there to like...
We were on the Pacific side, Cabo, and the humpback whales are running that time of year.
That's cool.
It was fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Like we saw probably 20 something whales.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like some close, and then like as we were coming in, there was 2 that were like jumping out of the water.
What?
Yeah, and they did that pretty much the whole run in for like the last half hour. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
So we got like a free whale watching trip. I'd never seen whales in the wild before.
No,
It was really cool.
neither have I.
Like they would be like 100 feet away, and just you would see like their fucking big tail go up, or like one of their flipper. They're fucking huge, man.
yeah.
It doesn't even make fucking sense how big they are. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So that like immediately great trip because I'd never seen whales. We're seeing whales left, right, and center.
Highlight already.
Yeah, sun's just coming up. It's fucking like picturesque. Then I stand up and I'm looking off the fucking thing. I see a mako shark jump 15 feet easy, clean out of the water.
Dude, it's crazy how fast they can travel.
Fucking
and
flew,
launch themselves.
launched his entire body out of the water. I'm like, holy fuck. Guys like, yeah, mako. I'm like, holy shit. It was crazy. And then we fucking bombed up and down. We had some boat troubles at the start, and I thought like we had missed the start, like with the fish. I think we were out there like 4.5 hours, and we didn't even have a bite. And it was like,
but that's the thing, though. Like that's the thing with those trips. Like I've done.
well, the worst part was we were seeing other boats catch shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like all the boats kind of leave at the same time, and they all cruise more or less the same area.
Yeah.
They're well far apart, but we're running the
So-
same water. And we're seeing boats like catch mahi, which are fucking big too. Like they're probably like 5-6 feet long,
Yeah.
but they're skinnier. seeing guys pull those up. I'm like, oh, I'm like, we're gonna be out here get skunked, but it was still worth it because we saw some rays jumping.
That's
really,
crazy.
yeah, like it was really cool shit. And then so I started to backslide into my hangover, and I went and like laid down under the deck, like just in the shaded part. I just dozed off, and then I hear the fucking like snap, and the fucking line goes. I'm like, oh fuck.
Here we go.
So I stand up. My dad fucking grabs the line. He fucking pulls it in, and then I see the thing like in the water, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a fucking sea monster. I'm like, how fucking big is this thing? It took him probably like 20 minutes to pull it in.
Yeah.
And it was
not
a small,
easy either.
It was a small, in quotation, striped bass or striped marlin.
Yeah.
175, almost 200 pounds, something like that. It was fucking big. And the guy, I'm thinking the captain and his mate, they must get some sort of commission off if you turn it into a trophy, because as soon as they caught it, like, oh fuck, trophy, they were fucking jazzed.
They were ready for it.
And we threw it back. Well, my thing was, my dad's like, should we keep it? I'm like, only if we're able to eat it. But if we're just gonna pull it in and mount it on the wall, I'm not really into that personally. Because I've had marlin before or swordfish, it's good.
Yeah.
But there's a fucking lot of meat, and unless we can bring it back and eat it, and they're like, no, you're throwing it back, or we're putting it on the wall.
Yeah. So
we chucked her back for someone else to catch one day, and then the line went off again like 30 seconds later.
Really?
They think it was probably the same fish, but that one actually got off.
It's that dumb, eh?
Yeah, fuck, he was hungry.
Yeah, I guess.
And he was tired as fuck because he just fought someone for. Yeah, it was insane. I'm like, I don't even know how we're gonna get this thing in the boat. And then the wake had picked up, and this is what really fucking threw me. The wake picked up, and they throw it into reverse, and like this, like it was pretty choppy. It was a clear day.
Yeah.
And we're like going through some big wake like backwards. I'm like, we're gonna fucking die out here. Well, just to pull in this stupid,
try to pull in a fish,
pull this fucking stupid ass fish in. Got him in the boat, and then like just like the slowing of the boat and it getting rocked around.
Dude, did help your hangover?
Seasick. I was fucking puking on the way back in, and then we get into the bay, and I'm sitting on the back of the boat. My feet are up against where the motor is, and I'm just chilling. Like we were watching whales jump, and so I was just hanging out at the back there. And we get into the marina. And in the wake, I see this fucking huge, like, dark thing, like, in a splash. It was gone so quick that I thought it was seeing shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I see that what I saw was this big, silhouette in the wake. And then I, like, double take, and it was gone.
It's not there.
And I'm like, okay, I'm seeing things. And then not even a second later, this fucking gigantic head comes up and meets me at eye level. And it's a fucking sea lion. And he's 500 pounds. Poncho's his name. Poncho the sea lion. Fucking gigantic. Scared the fuck out of me.
Those things are ginormous, dude.
It's huge.
It's crazy.
What was crazy is we're probably doing like 30 kilometers an hour. Like we're clipping along, and he's swimming.
Just chilling.
Easily with the boat, half of his body's out of the water, and he's pacing the boat, no problem.
Yeah, he's just loving it.
So we were feeding him fish and stuff like that. It was fucking really cool. It was a great trip.
That's
like,
awesome.
even if we caught no fish, like all that shit alone,
yeah.
It was really good. But that fucking sea lion scared the shit. I was in a really vulnerable state that day, to say the least.
Oh, man.
I jumped out of my fucking skin.
Yeah, I bet.
My dad was almost in tears, like,
yeah,
because he didn't see it, right? So
yeah, it just came up.
Well, he wasn't paying attention, so I see the thing, I don't say anything, and 2 seconds later I see this head, I'm like, whoa, and I fucking jump back. And its head's like a fucking dog, like bigger than a dog's head.
Yeah,
like
it's big.
Fucking,
they're not small.
No.
They're not small creatures.
And he's looking me in the face.
Looking you dead in the eyes, eh?
Dead in the eyes, and I jump back, I'm like, whoa, my dad's like, what the fuck? And then he's gone, right? And then 2 seconds later, I'm like, oh, he's fucking... I couldn't even speak.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? And then the sea lion pops back up.
I fucking hate that.
And he's like, whoa!
When something crazy happens and you can't get it out of your mouth, it's like,
Thankfully, he like followed us in for like the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And you could, like, it was cool to watch.
Otherwise, you look like a fucking jackass.
Oh my God. But the boat captains were fucking dying.
Yeah.
I guess they knew it was coming and I had no idea.
Yeah, he probably comes up every time they come in.
Look at this fucking gringo.
Oh,
it
dude,
was
that's
fucking great.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I went whale watching in Nova Scotia, and we didn't see a fucking thing. It was a shit day. It was rainy. It was foggy. Again, we were out there for like, I don't know how long you go out, like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You're out there for at least 2.
Yeah.
And we saw absolutely nothing. They gave us a rain check. whether they're gonna give it to us now or not. But
How long ago was this?
Years.
Hopefully they're still holding on to that. What were you guys supposed to be seeing?
Like humpbacks or something like that.
When we were there on the fishing boat, like you could see the boat watching boats. I think most of them stick microphones in the water.
Really? Yeah.
And then they kind of like you'll see them like there'll like be 3 or 4 different boats from 3 different companies. And they're all just kind of going slow, and then they'll just take off, and you'll see no action on the water, and then you'll start to see fucking whales jumping and shit like that. So I guess they have a way of picking them up somehow.
Or just putting out like whales, like calling ducks.
But dude, when they run down the Pacific coast of Mexico, there, like you can just sit there and watch them all day long.
I bet, yeah.
It was
awesome.
Yeah, like there was. I think the second to last day we were having lunch in the restaurant right by the sea. It was like elevated and stuff, and we're watching whales jump all lunch. And I was like, oh, this is not a terrible way to be.
Yeah.
Could be a lot worse things to do right now.
Definitely.
And that was literally at that lunch was the first time I heard coronavirus in my life.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
That was when like videos were getting leaked out of China and stuff. And it was
those
like,
videos were
terrifying.
Crazy.
You thought the plague was coming.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Now, mind you, I don't think they did a very good job containing or doing anything. So,
well, considering that it spread to literally the entire planet, I would say no.
No, but
it was
just
funny,
not saying information about it that they clearly had.
Yeah, they lied.
Yeah.
No big deal.
No.
It doesn't.
Look at us now.
We're nailing it.
Yeah.
Today is election day, and also today is the Bachelorette. Do you watch Bachelorette?
No.
I love it.
Oh my god. No way.
Yeah. I'm dead serious.
Do you like The Bachelor?
Yep.
Okay.
I like them all.
You're not sexist?
Not sexist even
that
a
was
little
a
bit.
test.
Oh, I'm so dumb. I love it.
What makes you love it though?
It's hard. It's so hard to explain. It's like the worst thing. It's like watching a train wreck.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, they're all train wrecks. That's why they're there.
Exactly. But it's getting way worse. Like
really?
Like for a show that
it wasn't good.
It was never good. I don't like the show because I'm like, oh my god, I believe in true love. Like it's shitty people.
Bitch, you're on a fucking show.
It's a shitty person getting to date 30 other shitty people. And each year the people get shittier. And not get in trouble. Exactly. And each year they get shittier and shittier. And this year is like COVID version. So this girl was picked and then COVID hit just right as they were about to start filming her season. So they rented out a resort and it's so bad. Because when they start off, there's like 30 dudes. So after she cuts a few out, they do like group dates of like 10 or 12 guys. Which are usually really dumb competitions.
Also known
like
as gangbangs.
Gangbangs. Essentially. They're called bukkakis.
Yeah.
And so they'll have these group dates, and usually they'll like, because at the start they're filming in LA area, so like they'll go to like some sound studio and some washed up actor or actress who needs money to pay for their cocaine addiction will come out and be like, and today we're gonna like really talk about true love and all this dumb shit. And then they'll like do really stupid stuff. But now, because they're on a resort and there's no washed up celebrities to be had, they're just like building these really shitty sets and they're like, talk to her like Romeo and Juliet. It's like, I say this every time I watch a show. I'm like, it's getting worse every year, but it's still true. Like, it's not like I forgot.
I don't see how that show could get any better though.
It doesn't get better.
It's got to get worse.
But it gets worse, but also better at the same time. It's ridiculous. The host of the show is the best part because he's clearly taking the piss. Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Half the time
he's just there for the paycheck.
80 grand.
And he probably loves it.
80 G's an episode this guy's getting.
He's like, oh, dude, these guys are just fucking lunatics.
He gets to go on, like, holidays. He probably brings his family. Yeah. He's getting a great gig, but it's hilarious to watch him because he can't even keep a straight face on this show. Like, there'll, like, be some chaos, and he'll just have, like, this shit-eating grin on his face, and, like, the host, like, the main person's, like, crying or...
Yeah.
It's like, whatever. He's like, oh, yeah, like, that's too bad. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck.
Like, bitch, you're on a fucking TV show.
Yeah. I care more about the Bachelorette being on tonight than I do about the election. To be perfectly fair.
Honestly, I could care less about both.
Yeah. Well, I think you should start caring about the Bachelorette.
Okay.
So this bitch got...
Maybe I'll tune in. What time?
All right, so tell me this doesn't sound like a good show. This girl literally kicked someone off her show because he didn't Google her before he went on the show.
Oh, fuck.
And she was like, she was mad. And he was like, well, I didn't want to like find out a bunch about you. I just wanted to like have a personal connection. His reasoning was totally sound. She's like, I can't even believe like you don't care about me enough to like, I'm like, is she seriously?
Oh yeah.
She fucking kicked him off right then and there. Didn't even fucking wait for the rose ceremony. Just fucking fired him off out the door right there. And the guy was like stunned. He was like, what the fuck?
Hey, buddy, if you're listening, you dodged a bullet.
She's also 40.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes is right.
Yeah,
and
she's not young.
She's not young, which she looks good.
Sure.
But I mean, if you're 40 and your only way to find love is to go on the world's worst television show to date the world's worst guys, something off.
Maybe you go see a therapist. Email the podcast and we'll help you.
She was on a date with this dude, and she was talking about her first time on this show. She's been on the show like 4 times and lost everyone. Yeah, this is not her first kick of the can.
Oh,
she hasn't been the Bachelorette 4 times,
but she's
been a contestant and like the ones like the Bachelor in Paradise.
She definitely needs to figure out something with her life.
So she was talking to this dude on her date, and she's just like, "Did you see the episode I was on or whatever?" And she's like, "It was really powerful." She's just like bragging about herself. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I love this. This is my favorite. It's too bad. It's too bad not to watch.
So what time does this air?
8:00 on Tuesdays, I believe. Usually record it because there's too many commercials.
Yeah.
Can't be bothered.
I'll just try to stream it.
Yeah. I'm just like my 4th year watching.
You know how you think you're an alcoholic?
Yeah.
Well, we're having an intervention for you regarding The Bachelor.
Well, good luck, because my fiance loves it as well.
Well, she can be part of it.
You got to try it. It's fucked.
I saw this one thing.
I was in the same boat like as you were before I started watching it, and I started watching it and I'm like, this is gold. It's hilarious. Get stoned as fuck and watch is like, we don't even pay attention. We're just talking, making fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch because you're just talking shit. We're barely paying attention.
And Tony and Audrey are probably watching it without you.
They fucking better not be.
Soon it's just going to be me in the garage here chit-chatting away.
Yeah.
Chris is going to run in the house to go watch.
I will be starting a podcast of me live streaming my live streaming reaction to The Bachelorette.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's so good, man.
That's so funny, dude.
So that's where my life's at. That's where I'm to in this life.
Something I was going to say about The Bachelorette.
It's amazing.
Oh, there's a fucking meme.
Sorry for making fun of me.
And this guy's like, I've been rejected 3 times now to be on The Bachelor. So I decided to do it myself. I invited 5 people off of Tinder to the same bar at the same time, and I brought a rose.
Oh my God. The guy's genius.
It's like, wish me luck.
It is a pretty gross show because you do see the effects, especially the last like 3 or 4. Maybe I've been watching the show more than 4 years. Full disclosure. Now that I'm saying this out loud, probably
Chris is watching it since it started.
Big fan, number one fan.
He has a Bachelorette room.
I also have
all the fan stuff.
I also have a Bachelorette tattoo. Don't fuck with me.
It's his tramp stamp.
Yeah.
It says The Bachelorette with a rose.
Or The Bachelor. The Bachelor's on my chest. That's where the semen gets sprayed.
Oh my God.
You do see the full effects though of the Instagram culture on this show, because a lot of these people go on here to like pump their fucking Instagram followings. Like pretty much
their socials.
The last like 5 years, anyone who's been the main bitch or the main cocksucker, they've become basically famous, and their job is like they're like almost like ex-pageant winners. Like, you know how like Miss Colorado like can coast on that for like 10 years and like do speeches and go to schools and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think they kind of parlay that into that career, but via Instagram and like travel.
They probably
and then like
look at it.
And then like runners up and shit, they get famous and all that stuff. So like people that are that obsessed with Instagram are generally, and I'm sure not all of them, psychopaths and really shitty people.
Yeah.
And then you see the full effects of this play out live on TV. And it's pretty disturbing at times because you can tell that like these people have like never had real conversation. Like most of them are just like they just lay around like models, and you tell they've never had to like talk to anyone before. Like some people like they open their mouth and they sound like a fucking moron, similar to what I sound like. Similar to what I sound like, but still, and they are.
Oh man, did we ever talk about what like Instagram influencers were doing? So at certain airports, you can like rent out a plane
just for photos.
Yeah, for like a half hour.
They've set to those now.
Go,
I've seen.
Yeah, and you can go and like rent it out for a half hour, get all your Instagram pics,
change your outfits,
and then 2 hours later, hop on a flight to Cabo.
Sitting in coach.
Sitting in coach. Yeah,
with all the uncleaned and the unwashed.
Oh, this dude is so funny.
But yeah, it's the fakeness of the people.
You love that shit. I don't know how you do it, man.
I'm a sick fuck. I don't like happiness, I guess.
I guess not.
I do like this whiskey.
You know what? That one's not bad. I'm trying to... The one we had on Saturday, Bushmills was really good. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed that one. It was nice not to get a bourbon.
Yeah, change it up.
Change it up a bit.
I think I'll be
I've been buying a lot of bourbons. I got the hiccups.
It's a fucking ice cream when you're pouring fucking booze on top of it.
Hey, you mind your own business.
You're not going to be able to sleep
You watch The Bachelorette, don't judge me.
I don't judge.
Bullshit.
I just want to watch you be on a contestant on a game show. The world's worst game show. Where really no one wins.
The world's worst. It really is.
It is just a game show.
Dude, has anyone actually married somebody and stayed together to this date?
Off the top of my head, and I don't think anyone stayed together in any of the seasons I've watched.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, I'm going to say 4 out of 30-something seasons. Yeah, I'll Google it right now.
Yeah, I'll Google it. I'm very curious because I think it's 1% of the contestants that go on there.
What's way less, probably.
Well, not contestants. I should the person that goes on trying to find the... dude, how many people do they get to show up? It's 20 people.
30.
30 people. And so 31 season. And then 30. So if it's a chick, it's her and 30 dudes.
Yeah. At the start.
Holy
and it
shit.
eventually dwindled. And this is the fucking hilarious thing about the show is nobody knows anybody.
Yeah.
And so I get really high, so I start to try to calculate shit. So we try to figure out
Chris trying to run the numbers.
Yeah, I was doing this the other night too.
So is it starting tonight?
No,
it's just on
episode
tonight.
4.
Okay.
This is where all the drama is going to go down. Apparently.
Oh, okay. That's what the commercials.
Every fucking episode they say that.
Yeah.
So where the fuck was I? Where was I going with that?
I don't know.
I lost my chain of thought trying to Google this. It'll come back to me. What were we talking about?
Who fucking? How many people have actually stayed together?
Yeah.
Off The Bachelor.
We were saying something else though.
Dude, I had ice cream and whiskey. If you're looking at me to remember, come on now.
Well, it's lost forever, I guess.
I think we need to hop on the
sorry.
Irish whiskey.
Whiskey?
I can't pronounce whiskey these days.
That's okay.
That's the second
you've been
time
drinking
now.
whiskey.
Yeah, not much.
Makes you slur your words.
No, I think it's the ice cream.
I remember what I was saying. So they spend 0 time together. So when there's 30 people, most of the show is well over 10 people.
Right.
And the amount of time that they spend with each person is maybe 15 to 20 minutes per person.
It's not a lot.
Some people don't even get dates on an episode. So they'll try to talk to her at the cocktail ceremony before the fucking rose ceremony or some shit.
Yeah, before it happens. Before
you get the fucking elimination. So I think we Googled one time or we tried to work out the numbers and then we saw how close we were. And I think we were pretty much bang on. I think on average, the amount of time that they spend one-on-one. So when you win the episode, I think on average, you've spent 8 hours with the person total and they're proposing to each other.
Oh, at the end of the show, if you're the last one.
If you're the winner, you've spent about 8
hours
with the person talking and you've gotten engaged.
What the fuck?
You've met their parents. You've met the other person's parents. You've gotten engaged and you've probably had sex in the fantasy suite in fucking 8 hours.
How many people go to the fantasy suite?
3. It's hilarious because they fuck all the people.
I was going to say.
And the last 3 people, they all know that they fucked the other person. It's pretty funny.
Jesus Christ. This show is wild.
It is, man. See what? Now it's starting to sound appealing, isn't it?
Might have to watch it.
Is what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Okay, though The Bachelor has only been airing for 21 seasons now since 2002.
I thought you were going to say 21 years.
21 seasons. Since 2002. It's been on for 18 fucking years.
Oh, pretty close.
Only 3 couples from the show are still together. Meanwhile, out of The Bachelorette, since 2003, 5 couples are still together out of the 12 seasons. So that one's almost a 50% clip.
I feel like that one might be a little better.
Statistically, yes. It's like 45%.
Yeah.
40-something percent.
Huh.
Which is way...
Still not good.
No, better than fucking 3 out of 21. Because if you got that up back on a math test, you would be very upset with yourself.
Well, some of my students have gotten that.
So yeah, it's like you'll be watching it, and they'll be talking about shit, and they'll say shit, and you're like, and then you'll remember like, oh, this is like their second time ever talking. They're like talking about kids, like they're talking about their like
real shit.
Most people just get their fucking past traumas out of the way. They're like, yeah, like my ex used to hit me.
Yeah.
Like I was raped. Like people have said they were raped when they were younger. It's fucking brutal. The shit that people say, and it's like you just met. Yeah. And I always like to play a game where like I
red flag. Well,
I like to picture like going out on a Tinder date and like midway through dinner.
So we know what your fantasy is now.
It's not my fantasy. Not my fantasy.
You by
no.
A random name. You show up.
Yeah.
All dressed up. You have some dinner, and your first thing is to I
just spew all my trauma.
Been raped.
Yeah. I just spew all my trauma, throw it all out on the table. And then 8 hours later, we get engaged. That's actually our love story.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. It's actually insane to watch. It's fucking wild. I feel like I'm doing a good job selling it.
You're not doing a terrible job, I'll tell you that.
It's fucking crazy. And
we may have to move podcast night to Tuesday, do a quick hour, end at 8, and then we'll watch The Bachelorette.
And then reconvene. We should do a spin-off series. Just us live streaming The Bachelorette. You never
just
seen
reactions.
Just reactions.
Just videos of our faces.
Yeah.
And us being fucking idiots.
Yeah, man. Like I'm trying to think, like there was one dude that won. And his ex, he was so badly abused by his ex that like his parent, like it was like a running theme. Like he like told this girl like pretty early on in the season. And he's like, yeah, like he was like crying and shit. And then like it would go on. Then like she met his parents and his parents were crying. They're like, we're so glad that he met a nice girl. Like he was married. Like what the fuck happened to this guy? Like how bad? Like
how bad was it?
How fucking bad was it? Oh, perfect. You guys are now engaged.
She stepped on his nuts every night before bed.
I think he was with her for like a few years and married to her and shit.
Fucking hell, why would you do that?
Yeah, like people say some insane shit on national television. And they all do it because now it's become like...
It's a thing.
Well, it's like a game show.
You can't not say it now.
Well, everyone...
You gotta at least make it up.
People always come with like these little like knick-knack dumb gifts. So like they'll bring like this like the ace of clubs. Be like, me and my grandfather used to play cards all the time, and he left me this right before he died.
So you can have it.
So yeah, like they do shit like that. No joke. Like they'll like leave like sentimental fucking personal heirlooms to strangers, literally strangers. And most of the time it's like, there's still 15 people left. Like, bro, you're not going to fucking win.
I'd do something fucking so dumb. I'd go and get like a pair of tighty whities from Value Village. Sorry, Village.
Village.
Yeah.
Say right.
Sorry. Anyways, and then hand them and be like, these are my lucky underwear.
Oh,
I want you to have
this
them.
This fucking bitch was sniffing some dude's pants.
What?
Okay, we're 3 episodes in. There's been some crazy shit go down. So first episode, again, she's 40, so she's
Did he fart prior or?
He probably beat off into them. I don't know what the fuck happened. You know that
trying to get a sniff that spunk.
Jism has a distinct smell, and it smells like fucking. Smells like Hugo Boss. Also, like the picture, like the smell of the room, like there's 30 dudes in there. The
Hugo Boss.
Cologne must be out of pure Axe body spray.
All the flavors.
So again, I'm not shitting on her because she's 40, but it's a statement of fact, and it is important for this certain
But
thing
you're
'cause
shitting on her because she's 40.
she looks pretty good for 40. I'll give her that. And 40 is not even old.
It's really not.
So it's just fun to make fun of.
Yes.
That's all. Because I'm not 40. And then when I'm 40,
I'm
I'll be
not
like,
judging.
and then I'll be like 60 year
I'm with you on
olds
this.
are scumbags.
Yeah.
And then I'll be 60. I'll be like, look at those 80-year-olds.
60-year-olds
Those
are
fucking
scumbags.
derp. They are. Our parents' generation. You fuck you boomers. You guys ruined everything.
Oh my god, dude.
So this girl, needless to say, is in a hurry. This dude gets out of it. So how it starts, just because you haven't seen it, and for anyone listening at home, which I'm sure is thrilled that we're having this conversation,
Yeah.
starts, every guy gets out of a limo, they come up, they give her a hug. Most of the time they say the world's cheesiest pickup line, guy or girl. People get into costumes. One dude showed up in a straitjacket and wore a straitjacket all fucking night. A couple years ago, a girl wore a dolphin costume all night. Like, there's insane people on this show. Actual insane people on this show.
I want to see the dolphin lady.
She was out of her fucking entire mind.
She only speak dolphin for the first time?
She was pretty fucking wild.
What was her reason for the dolphin?
I don't know. And it was actually,
I need these facts, Chris.
this is a couple years ago, and most of the time I'm half in the bag and stoned. So, again, I'm not really paying attention. So how it starts is everyone gets out of the cab. They say their fucking little piece to her, some dumb line, they give her a hug, and then like they always make some like parting remark, like, oh, he's handsome, he's cute, whatever. And this fucking dude gets out of the car. Dale gives her a hug, whatever, and this girl's got a fucking smile on, ear to ear, like the fucking Joker. And he's walking away. She's like, I think I just met my husband. She just met this fucking dude. And they're like 20 dudes in at this point. And then you can see her, like, as she's meeting the rest of the guys, she's like, yeah, okay, like, cool to see you.
Yeah,
like,
get the fuck out of here.
dude, she fucking tractor beamed onto this dude from the first minute. And when he's there and he's talking, she's not even paying attention to fucking
anybody else.
It's hilarious to watch. So they fucking do this group date and they play dodgeball. And she makes them strip. Like, each losing team has to take off clothing.
Getting ready for the gangbang.
Getting ready for the fucking gangbang. But a fair point, though. If a fucking dude made his contestants strip ass naked,
oh yeah,
the show would be fucking canceled.
Oh,
like, it's pretty
100%.
fucking classless.
Yeah. Well,
So,
come on.
it's gross, dude.
Come on. Yeah, I know, but like, come on, look at the show. Come on.
Hey, we gotta have some integrity here. I want this shit to stay on the air.
Come on.
You should call me. Anyway. So they strip naked, and I guess he left his fucking pants there. And then she stole them. And she was talking with
Like it's a
like
bag
one of
of
her friends
cocaine.
came over, and she's fucking sniffing it like a fucking bag of blow. Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
He had fucking blow in there. She was just trying to hide it.
He might have. One of Antonia's friends sent over a meme, and it was like, all these guys think they have a chance. Meanwhile, she's in her room sniffing Dale's pants. It's true. They're all fucked.
I'm sorry. You got to have some serious issues
You gotta have some bugaboos.
to fucking be on that show. They definitely they dig for it too when they're picking.
They know. Well, so
I would love to see all the videos
that don't get picked.
Yeah, all the people that don't get picked.
The real crazies.
Yeah, but like, you know what? If I was with the casting, I would just like for one of the for the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, like the girl, I would just let a fucking batshit crazy one in.
100% they do.
Oh,
they let in a couple every season.
Like,
out
pretend
of their
she's a
minds.
cat, like, and licks her hand, like that fucking crazy. Like, because there's definitely people out
There is like that apply. 100%.
or a man baby. He wears diapers.
Yeah, he's into that shit.
Yeah, I would let that guy on and be like, yeah, this guy.
It's exactly what we're looking for.
Exactly.
You know, like she did mention she had a fetish for diapers.
It's gonna bring us to a new level on.
It's gonna boost our
television.
demographic in the
It's gonna be crazy.
17 to 19 demographic.
And then here this guy shows up and he's in a fucking goddamn diaper.
Yeah. There's literally insane people. One of my favorite things to do is like there'll be like there's characters. It's like a fucking soap opera is what it's like.
It is.
It's basically a soap opera.
Yeah.
So there's people on this show, and you'll be like, they seem like weirdly normal, and you're like, why are they here? And then like you'll go like halfway through the series, and you're like, I still can't like they're pretty, they're handsome, They fucking seem like they got a good head on their shoulders. Like something's not adding up. Like why the fuck are you trying to find love? Like you seem like a catch, but you're competing with 30 other people for one guy or girl. Doesn't make any sense. And then like it always like slips, and then their bugaboos come out. You're like, oh, okay, here we go. Now we're getting down to it because there's no normal person on this fucking show. They're all like they're all attention whores, or they're like so fucking deeply broken. And again, I'm not judging because I'm a deeply broken person myself.
Yeah, I'm
not going to go on national TV and try and find love
to the world.
Yeah. Funniest one was this fucking dude.
Now is this because isn't there like the Bachelorette like Canada?
I never saw it. I think there was only one
But this
season.
is the U.S. one that you're watching?
This is the only one. As far I think like other countries, there's like a German one. There's definitely a Japanese one.
But this is North America, I guess.
It's American. There is a Canadian. Yeah, okay. There's usually a couple Canadians on. Okay. So I think they got rid of it. Like they'll pull from wherever.
Gotcha.
They usually throw in a couple Canadians.
Cool. I was just checking. I don't know
the last girl from and the Canadians don't do you proud ever.
If you're going on the show, I don't expect you to.
Yeah, they're rough. And I'm sure it's the same if you're American. It's like, oh, this fucking dude's from Nebraska. And it's like just putting us all to shame. Like, just looks like an asshole. Yeah. We're just humble folk out here in this fucking asshole.
Yeah, they let this asshole on the show.
Yeah. Dragging us all through the dirt.
Oh, man.
You gotta watch it.
You gotta love the ones, like, because I've seen ones where the person's like, I choose you. And then the person's like, I don't think this is right for me.
So there was one year where this girl clearly liked this guy, and he really liked her. Yeah. And again, he was one of these guys. He made it to the final two. Yeah. And he was one of these guys. He's like, okay, like he seems pretty normal. He's a handsome guy. Like something's not adding up. And he fucking checked. Like he was fine the whole way through. Yeah. He didn't turn out to have any weird bugaboos or whatever. Maybe he did, but
he didn't let him slip.
He didn't let him slip. And she was fucking in love with this guy. And it was pretty like this is where like you find out how shitty people are. So his main thing was she strung him along because from like the top 5 you can have more like serious conversations with people. So this guy from like the top 5 or 6, he's like, I really like you, and like I wasn't expecting this thing. He's like, but like I don't know about like a proposal at the end of this, but like I want to be with you. Yeah. And she's like, yeah. And like she strung him along. Like every episode they would have the same conversation. And she's like, you can tell like she's like trying to get him to fucking propose to her. And then she drags him all the way out to the final 2. And again, they're like crying, and he's like, I'm not going to propose to you. Like, I really want to be with you. He's like, let's just fucking be together. Yeah. And all she cared about was getting the fucking ring. She wanted a ring. And it was so weird because like the whole, like most of the episode was like her breaking up with this dude. And he was clearly the number one the whole way through. And then it fucking flipped on a dime. And it was like she was always in love with this other guy who was going to actually give her a ring. It was fucking gross to watch. It was like, oh, like all you really care about is getting the ring.
Like, cause the edits that they do for that, you gotta wonder if they just left it out. Like all the good parts that were with the other guy. You know what I mean?
They didn't cut it in a fashion that they made it seem like she was a shitty person. It was how she
was
just a shitty person because most of these people are. Yeah. But it was really especially gross to see like her, and this guy was honest with her from the get-go. Yeah. And she just kept pulling him on, because I think she was hoping he would be like, all right, I'll do it. And then he'd like, no. And she's like, okay. And then it was like, and she was devastated. And then it was like the next episode, she was like, damn, I'm getting engaged. And it was like, as if the fucking dude never existed. And she was always in love with this guy. And I think they did try to edit as if like, oh, we tricked you, like it was, but like you could tell by the way they were interacting as not how this fucking shit was shaken down. She wanted to win, and how you win is you get a fucking ring at the end, and you get to keep that fucking $10,000, $20,000 ring for free if you stay together. Oh, so
how long do you guys stay together for?
6 months, which is like I think.
You'd probably tough it out for that.
Fucking right. I think you got to wait 3-4 months before the show even airs anyway.
And then pawn the ring and split it 50-50.
There you go. Separate ways. See you. Well, one Canadian girl won it one year. She was from Montreal.
Really winning, though?
No, there's no winners on this show.
I was going to say.
There's no one winning.
Are you really winning?
Absolutely not. Yeah. How long have I been talking about The Bachelorette? I blacked out.
For a while.
I'm pretty passionate. I hope it wasn't.
And I love it.
I hope it wasn't annoying, but I fucking love this show, and I want everyone to watch it.
I can't believe we're an hour in.
The best fucking thing. Oh my god. The best. the best tweet that Donald Trump ever made was recently. And he was like, I think it was like the COVID press conferences, like back in April or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, daily press conferences are getting the best ratings ever, higher than the Bachelorette season finale, like more than 8 million people. Is like, oh my God, like
that's what we're
that's the bar.
Yeah,
like the bar is the Bachelorette season finale, 8 million people tuned in. You're getting 8 million a day. Fuck, dude, you're killing it. Oh yeah, there's a pandemic and you're the president.
yeah. Oh my God.
Tell you, man,
so
it's
funny.
a fucking hit show. The weirdest part about that show is the studio audience, because like they'll have like the last like episode or two
like in the studio.
They'll show it on screen, and then like someone will break up, and then they'll like pull them in studio and interview them after the fact, whatever. The fucking studio audience in these places, man, is the creepiest part of the fucking show. People that show up to like be fans on the show, they're dark.
Well, okay, come on. If you're going there to watch it,
you're a big fan.
You're a ginormous fan, and you probably wanted to be on it.
So I feel like there's two types of people that watch this show. There's people that watch it for like the train wreck value. It's funny. It's rough. It's like entertaining to watch, right?
Getting stoned,
having fun, talking shit. It's a blast.
Yeah.
And then there's other people that are watching it because they just love to see true love.
Yeah.
And those people don't understand what true love is, because this sure as fucking
clearly isn't.
Like the studio audience is so like they'll.
I think there's another category you're missing though.
What's that?
The people that like applied to be on and never got on, and that watch it like to see how it played out, see how she was and all that shit.
Oh yeah, like get all schizophrenic about it.
Like
if I was on there
every fucking time.
If I was on there, she would have picked me. If only she'd known.
Yeah.
Like that kind of crazy
she knew
shit.
Me. Why didn't they pick me?
This one dude let this fucking creepy thing, like Freudian slip. It was like, he was like, yeah, I heard. He's like, as soon as I heard you were the Bachelorette, I applied, and here I am. It was like as if like she knew he always liked her, and
yeah,
he's here for her, and like how like you knew I always liked you, like you're a fucking stranger to me, bro.
Yeah,
like don't say that shit out loud.
Beat it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just beat it.
Beat it.
Beat it.
We should have played Thriller on the weekend. That's a good fucking music video. After we could have played it.
Yeah, after. Next year we'll have to do something for Halloween. This Halloween did not feel like fucking Halloween, man. Like not at all. It was like usually like every house has one. It's like the odd house that isn't like decorated in some way.
It was nice to see people out though.
It definitely was. And I was actually surprised how many people were out. But I heard stories. So we went to see Marina on Sunday for her birthday. They live out in Pickering.
This is your cousin, for the record.
Yeah. And they were saying that they heard stories of people coming from Scarborough to come into Pickering to trick or treat.
Maybe because Toronto had restrictions and Durham hasn't had restrictions.
But like, man, like, really? You really need to trick or treat that bad?
Well, if I had young kids and I wasn't allowed to trick or treat in my neighborhood, I would take them.
There was nothing said that you couldn't.
I know, but also it depends where you live. Like if you live in an apartment building and you're surrounded by apartment, but you might drive. My cousin lives in the country and he drives to the nearest subdivision for his kids. And I don't think it's that uncommon.
Okay.
Scarborough and Pickering are fucking next door neighbors.
True. I don't know. I thought it was weird.
On paper, I guess it is.
Yeah. Well, especially just like with the whole pandemic situation too, right?
Definitely the weirdest Halloween ever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it was just weird. Like, again, it was every other house wasn't decorated or more. There's still a fair amount of kids, like, even in your neighborhood when you guys took me home, like, there's people here. There was people in Aurora. Like, it was crazy.
There's a fair bit of people out. Yeah. And again, it was nice to see because, I mean, what's the chances of getting fucking COVID? Even if you didn't go
door to door and you're just walking around with your kids in a costume, like.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is it's for the kids. Like, let the kids have fun. You're not going to get fucking COVID from getting a fucking Reese's bar.
Well, you might.
No, you're not. I know this. I'm a doctor. I ain't done the research.
So for those that don't know, Chris graduated. He is now a certified doctor. If you need a checkup,
I can print off my PhD anytime I want to. It's called PhDgenerator.com.
Oh man,
I should print off my PhD right now while we're talking. I bet you there is a thing where you can.
Oh, 100%.
I'm just gonna type that in.
Dude, if you could get me a document, like an actual certified or close to it that resembled any certificate, I could fucking make it legit.
You could fuck with it enough.
Yeah, fuck with it enough to make it look legit.
Oh, with your skills in Photoshop.
Yeah.
I typed it in. Yeah, you can.
There's a generator.
There's a generator.
Sick.
But like, it's like all like Aardvark University, Aspartame University.
We could make something better.
Authority Figure University.
Aardvark.
Best Western University.
I didn't know Arthur had his own school.
Is he an Aardvark?
Yeah.
I thought he was an anteater.
Oh, he's an Aardvark. Google it.
I think you're right.
I think I am right because he spells it.
What is Arthur? What is Arthur supposed to be? Arthur... Aardvark.
Aardvark.
The fuck's an Aardvark? Now I gotta fucking
Aardvark.
Google an Aardvark.
Oh my god.
It's a fucking anteater, bro.
No, it's an aardvark.
It's a medium-sized burrowing nocturnal mammal native to Africa. Like I said, anteater.
Yeah, nailed that one on the head. Also, if you Chris has his PhD, if you need any medical assistance,
I am definitely
Chris can look at it.
Send me all of your things,
Literally.
and I will diagnose you.
With some type of illness.
Yeah. The diagnosis will probably just be whatever ails me.
Oh, shit.
My tonsils hurt. You have a hemorrhoid.
Stop deep throating so much.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
There was a fucking, there was a great joke by Jim Jeffries, and he was talking about like deep throating. He's like sluts versus your girlfriend or something like that. And he's like, your girlfriend will deep throat your dick because she thinks this is what you want and it feels good. And a slut will deep throat your dick because she can't stand another second of a dick not pounding at the back of her throat.
Oh my god.
And that is how you get hemorrhoids.
Oh my god. How the fuck do we go from deep sea fishing to the Bachelorette?
You know why? Because I'm a fucking psychopath.
Oh my god.
The worst part about
so
this
funny.
fucking podcast is you see the inner depths of my mind.
From both of us. Though,
I know.
Like, fuck.
It's fun.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I'm not mad at it.
Dude, I can't believe how much fucking weed you have.
Yeah, if anyone wants fucking weed,
Yo, hit us up.
you have to trim it yourself and you can just have it. I'll give you as much as you want, but you got to cut it yourself. It's a fucking nightmare.
Is that all the shit you cut?
Yeah, you see how much is left?
Yeah, but how long did that take you?
5 hours.
Okay. Just to clarify with everybody, it's like a muffin container that maybe would fit, 12 muffins? It's not even full to the top.
It's pretty full.
Yeah, but it's still got a lot of room.
It's 6.4 liter container.
Okay, 6.4 liter container, and it's maybe 3/4 full. Maybe 2/3.
2/3 probably.
Yeah, 2/3.
Because like we're going to pack it in there pretty tight.
That's what I figured. So
Yeah.
that's why I said it's not very full.
There's well over an ounce in there. Like there's like a couple
But
ounces
still,
in there.
it took you 5 hours.
Yeah. Though I was warned, and all of my fucking great concepts for next year, I'm like, I'm going to plant it here. I'm going to plant it there. I'm going to have 16 plants next year.
Yeah.
I'm having fucking 0 plants next year. It's a fucking nightmare this is.
Not even gonna have like one?
I doubt it.
No?
Well, I think I'm going to get a
lifetime.
lifetime supply of weed out
Yeah,
of
you can
this.
throw it in the freezer, can't you?
You just humidity packs. It'll
Yeah?
stay good forever.
Really? eh?
You throw them in and you change them every like 6 months. Like literally, they're like $1 a piece,
Cool.
and it's
I didn't
like
know.
preserving cigars, the same thing that they use, and they'll
Okay.
sit there for years and it'll be fine
Fuck.
as long as you take care of them.
Yeah.
I've had weed. I got weed in my cupboard from like 5 years ago. That I never haven't done anything with. You could probably be fine smoking it. And there's some shit for like 7 years ago that like I wouldn't smoke.
I wouldn't touch
It's like
it.
dust.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking weed.
Yeah. So I was warned by my family member who like gave me the plants to like get going. He had a bunch. And he's like, when it comes time to trim, he's like, you're going to want to kill yourself. And he's like, just in like all year long, he's like, just prepare yourself for how shitty it is. His wife is like, it's garbage. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be rough. And then
it's rough.
I was expecting the worst, and it's fucking worse than that. I texted him the other day. I'm like, you did not undersell the trimming process. All of my designs about growing weed here, there, and everywhere next year, all out the fucking window.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah, but again, if this lasts you, I'm
gonna say 4 hours. Hasn't been 5 hours. Trim all this. Doesn't matter. It's fucking too long to trim that little amount.
That amount, yeah. Now again, once you're done, even if you don't trim it all, and you're like, fuck it, give it to the fucking neighbors or whatever, right? Start giving away for Christmas. But they got to fucking
should start giving away for fucking Halloween is what I should have been doing.
Start throwing dime bags.
Fuck that. I'd be giving them stems. Be giving them fucking full branches.
Oh, man. Anyways, what was I saying?
You said there's a lot of weed here. I don't know, man.
Fuck, I don't know where.
We're not even high.
No.
Our fucking brains are melted, though.
High on diabetes.
Have some more of that fucking whiskey. You're not driving.
Yeah, okay. True. Facts. I don't even know what where the fuck I was going with that.
It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Don't yell at me.
Anyway, don't grow weed. It's illegal. Just kidding. It's not, but it should be because it's so fucking hard to trim. And also our fucking plants got hit hard with seeds too. Like there's some buds that are just seeds. It's very annoying. Just dump the rest of it in there. Don't be scared.
That's what I was gonna do.
Ah, boy. Now put the bottle inside your rectum.
Big side first. Well, there she goes.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother. Cheers to you that are drinking with us. And if you're not, well, maybe you should.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Unless you're an alcoholic.
Alcoholism is a real problem, and it destroys millions of households per year.
Stop being a dad.
Oh. Anteaters belong to the Pelosa. I don't want to know your genius. Well, our
see, they're not even the same. They're not even the same fucking thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Yo, they are totally watching The Bachelorette in there.
They fucking better not be.
They're giggling up a storm. Oh, man.
They better not be.
Dude, okay, I gotta ask you a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I thought about this, but I think about it every once in a while. Are you a Lord of the Rings fan or Harry Potter? Or are you both? I'll allow both.
When you say fan, like how...
Like, which one would you prefer? Which series do you prefer?
I'm the worst fan of both. I haven't finished the Harry Potter series.
Okay. But did you watch The Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
The Hobbit too?
No. I guess Lord of the Rings, they're fucking good movies. I hadn't seen them. We just rewatched them last year. I hadn't seen them. What's your answer? Harry Potter all the way?
I've fallen asleep.
You're shaking your head at me.
I've fallen asleep a handful of times trying to get through the first video of Lord of the Rings. I have never seen the first full video of the Lord of the Rings. I've never seen anyone past that. Haven't seen The Hobbit. Haven't seen 2 or 3 or however many there are. Now, keep that in mind. I've only seen like 6 out of the fucking 12 Harry Potters or whatever there is.
Mm-hmm.
But I can get through the Harry Potters.
I don't think there's 12 Harry Potters.
No, I think there's 8.
I think there was only 7 books.
No, but movies, I think there's 8 because they doubled on one.
They did double up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the worst to talk about this. I used to I saw the Lord of the Ring movies when they first came out. And then...
I fell asleep every time.
You're watching the extended versions, probably.
No, because I don't think So when the first one was out, I don't think the extended version was like we were watching it in a hotel in Niagara Falls. That's how I remember where I was because the fire alarm got pulled too. Woke me up.
For the hotel? Was it on fire? Or was it just
I
some
think
asshole?
some fucking asshole pulled it.
Some
My
drunk
parents
dickhead?
were at a conference for my dad, and like we had a family friend looking after us in the hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like, "What the fuck is that noise?" It woke me up. We're like, "Get your jackets, get your boots on."
Oh, fuck.
Dead of winter. My parents get called.
Everyone piles out.
Everybody's back at the hotel. Fuck.
I
I can't get through it. I don't know what it is. They're so long and so boring. Why is it so boring?
It's not that boring.
Don't lie to yourself.
I'm not.
Chris.
I'm not. Dude,
Chris.
honestly, I would be honest with you. I'm not a fanboy about either.
Yeah, I know.
So I watched the Lord of the Rings when they came out, which is like 20 years ago now,
Yeah.
almost. And I enjoyed them, but I was a kid. I rewatched them last year.
Yeah.
Enjoyed them way more.
Really?
Quite a bit more.
I've wanted to watch. Same with Harry Potter. Like for both series, I've wanted.
And
to
I did enjoy the Harry Potter
start
movies
to
too. I just
finish.
never finished.
I've wanted to go like start to finish, or
You only
like
got like 5 in.
start to wherever I can leave off in a night.
Yeah.
You know, like have like a movie marathon day.
It's a fucking day to watch those.
It's like fucking 6.
The Lord of the Rings you can do in like a 12-hour shift.
Okay.
For
Don't
the
they
3
do them
movies.
at the movie theaters?
I'm sure
Or
they
have
do.
they?
I'm sure they have and do.
Yeah.
I think when the last one was coming out, you could go
and see,
and they would
1,
play
2,
the first
3.
2, and then the third one would play
Yeah.
after. So anyway,
That's a
so
long time.
it's a very long time to be in a movie theater.
Yeah.
So I rewatched
I
them.
miss the movie theater.
That's one thing I haven't really missed.
Really?
I miss fucking bowling alleys and pool halls.
Pool halls, hit or miss.
I like both.
Depends
a lot.
on the night.
They're both seedy.
Bowling, you
they're
can
both
never go wrong. Even if you're being the biggest downer,
Bowling alleys
as
are
soon
great.
as you get that bowl in your hand,
Yeah. Ball.
As soon as you get that ball in your hand,
Yeah.
game over, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking blast. Yo, when we went to that ping pong fucking bar with Quinny,
Yeah.
that was a fun night.
There's the one. I've been to that one with you, and I've been to the one downtown spin
Yeah,
a couple
I've
times.
wanted to go that
That
one.
one's good too.
Yeah.
They just have a fucking mace. They have a fucking jar of balls, so you just keep pounding them at each other.
Yeah.
I like all these.
That's amazing.
I do like all these sexual innuendos. I'm glad you brought this up. For the Lord of the Rings, though, I watched them last year. Enjoyed them more. I tried to watch the first one somewhere in between the first time I saw it and somewhere last year. Say 5 years ago.
Okay.
My brother-in-law has the extended version, so like the first one's literally 4 hours and 25 minutes.
That's too long.
I dozed off, had a couple hour long nap, woke
Yeah.
up, and the first one is still on.
Yeah.
With like an hour to go.
Yeah.
That's how you know that movie's way too long.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch the extended cut. I think you only need to watch it if like you're a super nerd.
Or like maybe you've seen the other one, like the original cut, and you're like, it's time to see the extended cut.
But I will say this though, when it comes to Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings, I used to be a bigger Star Wars fan.
I'm a big Star Wars.
And then the last 3 fucking killed it for me. They were garbage.
They've done a lot.
They've soured the series because
So
I haven't seen the
what
original
were the
series.
last 3? Because I get a lot of them mixed up.
Bad, terrible, and really bad.
I get them mixed up the way they like come out. Because there's been like side ones. Are you considering those?
No, I'm just considering the 3 trilogies,
Okay.
not counting the spinoffs. Because Rogue One I thought was a really good spinoff.
I thought all the spin-offs, like Solo was good.
Well, there's one other one I think.
It was Boba Fett, wasn't it?
It's not The Mandalorian. There's
So,
a show on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
it's a
The
spin-off series.
Mandalorian.
I haven't seen that show.
I haven't seen the show, no. I'm talking about the movies. Wasn't there one about like Boba Fett or something like that?
I don't think so.
What was it, Jabba the Hutt?
No, I think it was just the.
What was the other one then?
I'm trying to
There's
find. I'm trying to find out.
Solo.
Solo and Rogue One.
That's it? I thought there was another one.
I think that's it. There's been like an animated series and all that shit. Phantom Menace. Yeah, Rogue
So
One
you
and
didn't
Solo.
like
I didn't mind Solo. I thought it was fine, but I didn't like the last series, which was episode 7, 8, 9. which was The Force Awakens. Actually, I didn't mind the first one, Force Awakens. I thought it was okay. The last two I thought were hot garbage. I thought they were terrible. They didn't make any fucking sense.
Okay.
Like, all of a sudden, Leia had the Force. And we're just supposed to be like, okay, Leia has the Force now. Like, she literally gets blown up, and then she's in fucking space, and then she just forces herself back to the ship, and she's like, I'm cool. And we never address the fact that now, okay, Leia has the Force.
Yeah.
Because the first 6 movies I saw up to this, she never had the
She
Force.
didn't have shit.
In fact, it was about everyone else in her family having the Force.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she can't have it, but still,
It's just
sloppy fucking writing.
Yeah. You didn't need to do that. You could have just killed her.
That would have made it more interesting.
Yeah.
If you fucking killed her off.
Yeah.
Last 2 were so bad, I thought. I was a bigger Star Wars fan than Lord of the Rings until that. But I also seen I watched the original trilogy and the prequels a lot when I was a kid.
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6 is the first trilogy, and then
I watched that shit like it was going out of style.
I saw episode 1 in theaters.
I have a tough time watching the original ones right now.
I think they still hold up okay though. Like,
1, I've seen them way too many times, but 2,
effects.
In the fight scenes, bro. The fight scenes.
That bad?
Don't get me wrong, they were amazing back in the day, but like now with all the other shit that's out there, I have a tough time watching it. It's just so bad. It's just cheesy.
Yeah, but it's still
old.
Fun though. It's old. It's supposed to be. It's from the fucking 70s.
I still love it, but it's tough. They're making a new Avatar, aren't they?
Yeah, that's a trilogy.
Can't wait.
That's gonna be good.
It's been a long time since the first one.
I fell asleep in theaters for the first one.
Dude, I walked out of the first one thinking I was in Avatar.
Oh, so you walk out of it with schizophrenia?
Yeah. Maybe I'm still in it.
You are. Simulation theory. That movie's basically simulation theory.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
It's plugged into a fucking video game character.
Just they die if they get hurt.
Yeah, well, joke's on you. It's pretty realistic simulation.
Grow up. Don't get hurt.
Yeah, we went... it had just come out in theaters, and we were going to go see like a 7 o'clock movie, and then it was sold out. So we're like, oh, we'll go see the 10:45 movie, not knowing the movie's like 3.5 hours movie.
Yeah, it's
long. And I dozed off a couple times.
Yeah.
Like, just so tired.
I have a bad habit of doing that.
I dozed off in the last Star Wars movie that I saw in theaters. And that was like in the middle of the afternoon.
I legit
That's how much I didn't like the movie. I'm like, this movie's so garbage, I think I'll just take a nap.
Do you remember Bulletproof Monk?
I remember the movie, I never saw it.
Okay, well,
I know what you're talking about.
I went to see it in theaters. Full blown fell asleep in it.
Yeah, you got it sometimes.
And I went with Paul.
I fell asleep in the second Matrix movie at a birthday party. I think we're like 11.
Nice.
Just a baby.
Yeah.
And
I can fall asleep wherever though.
I really could.
Like,
it's fun.
My mom tells me all the time, I've fallen asleep in puddles when I was a kid. Like not head first, but like playing in the puddle, and
it does explain the brain damage if you falling asleep in water. But kids
I've fallen asleep halfway up the stairs.
Kids do get so tired, they're just like, I think I'll just sleep.
Yeah, this seems like a good enough place.
This is a place for me. This is where I sleep now.
Oh man.
Anyway, I don't have a fucking that hard opinion. I gotta finish the Harry Potter series.
I still need to, but I'd rather watch it from the start because I couldn't tell you what the fuck happened in the last one I saw you.
It's about a dude that's parents died.
Also couldn't tell you what happened in the last one. What monster they killed. I have no idea.
Every movie is a new monster, I guess. I don't remember.
I thought that's how it was.
I assume. I remember those books.
And Snape.
The thing that is cool about those movies, though, is they did evolve with the readers. Like, she's a fucking great author.
Yep.
And she knew that these kids are going to grow up. Books going to come out every couple of years. So, like, the first one, your age group's like
They're
8.
still not fucking 12.
8 or 9.
Yeah.
The characters are 8 or 9 or 10, however the fuck old they are. And then as they're getting older, your reader's getting older, so the content becomes darker and a bit, like, more like...
You can grow up with your audience.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. No,
she
did a great fucking job with it.
Yeah, allegedly. I only read the first 2. And then I
didn't read them.
Read the first 2. Did you ever read or remember a... Absolutely not. Never did. Did you ever read or remember a book series. We were probably in grade 5, and it was by a Canadian author. I remember our librarian pumping this. I think it was called Shade. It was about a fucking bat.
No.
I think it was called.
Nope. Next.
Next. I can't even fucking find it now.
Yeah, because it's not a thing.
Because it's garbage.
It's not a thing.
Only trilogy I've ever read in my life was those books.
Yeah, and it's not even a thing.
No. Sunlight,
Chris has made this
Nightwing. Fuck, now I gotta find it. You know what I'm gonna Google that's gonna get me put on a list? Children's book about a bat.
Oh my god.
Children's book about bats.
You're already on a list.
Several, probably. Nice.
Dude, I'm pretty pumped on the garage. It's nice that the lights haven't gone out.
Yeah, if they were any darker, I'd probably be asleep right now.
It's fucking nuclear bright in here, too. It's fantastic.
You don't fuck around when you're an electrician, you get the good shit.
No, but like again, if you're gonna redo it, you may as well do it right.
Yeah, it was really bothering me. It worked out well that...
Dude, at least you can do shit in here.
You can actually see stuff.
Yeah. Again, if you gotta work on something late...
Yeah. You can do that.
Right, you're doing a home project, whatever it is. Flick on the light. It's not like, gotta get my hanging light.
Yeah, even in the summertime...
My shadow's in the way.
Even the summertime when you had the doors open and stuff, it's just so dim and dark.
Yeah.
It's garbage. So, I was going to rewire this anyways, but it was all going to be like surface-mounted conduit. And it was going to take me more time. But thankfully, our bedrooms were closed, and instead I got to spend thousands of dollars on spray foam insulation. So I was much more happy to do that.
I bet you are. You sound way more happy.
I am.
Have you guys noticed if it's warmer up there?
Mm-hmm.
That's where Antonia's office is, right? In one of their bedrooms?
All of our bedrooms are up there.
No. I know, but doesn't she have an office space in
Yeah.
there? So has she noticed it?
We noticed it immediately.
Really?
The next day.
Holy shit.
Before the drywall was even put back on.
You guys are probably going to save a ton of money.
I hope so.
And heating. Because if those rooms are cold, it's going to chill the entire house.
Yeah, you got to assume the rest of the house. The rest of the house is pretty well insulated. Like there's not too many drop spots to put new windows and doors
it's
on.
It's going to leak in, you know?
Yeah. And these rooms were fucking cold. And instantly, the difference was noticed. It was like, oh, we have warm floors. Never had warm floors before.
Freedom.
But also in reverse in the summertime, it's going to help keep the rooms
cooler.
cooler.
When did you guys get into the house?
In July of
last year
of 19.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So that's like, I guess it's like anywhere. Like you buy a house in the summertime, you find out what's wrong with it in the summer, and then the winter rolls around.
Yeah.
You find out what's wrong with it in the winter.
Yeah.
Ours was that 2 of the bedrooms were ice cold.
Fucking freezing.
She gets much colder than I do, and even I was like, these are cold.
Same with me and Audrey.
Yeah. But girls run much cooler. That's
she was fucking freezing the other night. She's got a bed heater. It's like a fucking sheet that goes on. It's a heater.
Electric blanket?
Yeah.
Those things are dangerous.
Yeah, bro. Like I haven't tried to tell her.
You know how many fucking fires get started from electric?
Like I haven't fucking told her.
Every single fire ever has been started from that.
Tell her when you go in.
You don't even need to commit arson. You just need to buy someone an electric blanket as a gift, and eventually their house will burn down.
Yeah, and then...
That's how you know someone hates you.
It's never coming back on you, though.
No, it was just a gift. I didn't know the thing was faulty. I didn't know this. Since when has a house burned down from an electric blanket?
Anyways, she turned it on, and she goes, I get into bed, and it's like, it was late. It was like 1. It was on the weekend. She's like, I turned the bed heater on, but I think I turned your side on. Sure enough.
You're fucking sweating like a sauna.
Fucking get these covers out of here. Fucking balls out, just spread out. And she's freezing. And she wants to like get close to warm up. I'm like, get the
furnace.
Beat it.
It's too hot.
And she's she's hot and like on a regular day. And it's like, bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Deuces.
Yeah. Dude, I run hot constantly.
I
think that's a side effect from being fat.
The insulation.
Just
in previous years.
Yeah, just like constantly running hot all the time.
Always warm.
Yeah.
The one thing that I have noticed is that because the bedrooms stay warmer now, I think we got to start like turn the heat down a degree because I'm already too hot at nighttime.
Yeah.
It's like hard to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Again,
It's
it'd be good in the
easy to warm
summertime,
up.
but yeah.
It's easy to warm up. It's tough to cool. Tough to cool down.
And every night that it's cooler in there, like we both
Sleep.
have much better sleeps
Yeah.
anyway. And it's science. It's fucking. I got my PhD, bro.
Science.
I got my PhD from Aardvark.
Science rules.
From Aardvark is not an anteater fucking university.
From Aardvark University.
Aardvark, not anteater.
Yeah, no, it is nice that you actually have a garage that you can work in.
Yeah.
And see.
I just gotta find things to work on.
Sure, Antonia will find you some stuff.
She's pretty good at puttering about doing her own thing. She's got a bunch of projects and shit she fucks around with.
Oh yeah, that's good. She paints a lot, doesn't she? Or
Yeah,
she
she's
used
good.
to.
She's good at art and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm good at none of those things.
Yeah.
I'll just be in here. I'll be in here fucking come July, fucking still trimming all this weed.
Come July, come next year.
Oh my god, man! All right, so see this bin underneath of it?
Yeah.
Just for people that aren't listening, there's a bin above that's pretty full of weed, and then there's one below that like looks like shrubs. So all that excess bullshit is all gonna get trimmed off, and then you got to get to the bud, cut it off, make sure that it's still good, make sure it's not full of seeds, and then fucking throw it into this bin. And that's just what we had on the table before you got here, and I just threw it in that bin, just so it wasn't all over the table, so we could do the podcast.
You could have left it on the table.
It was a mess. Like those bags and shit we've been.
So now, is there anything else you have to do to that, or you're good to go now?
No, that's it. I guess it's ready.
Yeah.
I haven't smoked it yet.
Haven't tried it.
No, because I'll get fucking stoned and I won't want to trim, and I don't want to trim right now. It's fucking.
Maybe you'll
horrible.
get into a groove though when you're stoned, or at least you'll think you are.
It's
You'll
a good
get
idea.
like 2 buds.
Yeah, nothing will get done. But I spent 8 hours.
Yeah, it's been 8 hours. Chris has been out in the garage just tripping balls.
Oh shit!
Man.
All right, should wrap her up.
Yeah.
What do you think? Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's good.
It was
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, it was 2 like quick back to backs. I'm glad we did one though. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been one this week.
We might have to get one in. We'll talk after, but we might have to get one in so that we can put it out the week after. Because I'm away next week, so we'll talk.
All week?
Most of the week, we'll talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
All right, guys.
again, thank you for listening. Follow CJ on Instagram at CJ Shade, CJ Shade Photography.
For all your photography needs.
All of them. mail.twoseasonapod@gmail.com if you feel like emailing us.
Oh, that's one thing that I'm gonna add. I've started doing like animations in like After Effects, which is a program you do animations.
Okay.
I actually meant to bring the one. I did one for my logo just for like when I post it on Instagram. If I post any like video stuff,
It can be
I
animated.
can throw that like as the intro or the outro
Okay, cool.
of my little animation. Yeah.
Nice.
So I started doing other things too. So
There you
throw
go.
that out there.
More of your photography and animation and
Any media.
Photoshop. Any media.
Any media.
It's a multimedia company. Photography is so limiting these days.
Yeah.
Really, it's cjshademedia.com. But
Should
go
be.
to photography.com.
I'm a man of many things.
If you're just finding us, thank you for listening. If you're finding us again, also thank you for listening.
Also, if you're coming back, please let us know why you keep coming back.
Yeah, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. And I don't know why we're doing this, but we're going to.
Our brains are definitely not fully developed.
Brains are mostly melted, and we're too stupid to realize when we should quit. So, on that note, see you later.
We're out. Deuces.